Why, hello everyone, and welcome back, or welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I was given a review code to play the game a little bit early to actually produce a little review for the game, which shouldn't be in no one's surprise, but I only got this review code this past Thursday, which basically left me about 3 days to play the game. So you can imagine how I felt.
Oh God! What am I supposed to do?
But lack of sleep aside, I got about 30 hours into the game, which is good enough to tell you about how good the game is. And just to make a review short, if you want to know how good the game is...
Oh, Mum. It's really good. I told you so.
And with 30 hours played in this game, I could pretty much say the game is actually quite good and I enjoyed my time. And this review is going to be pretty short because I want to go back and actually play this game right now. And to give a really quick detail about the game, essentially it's starting off from the events of Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, just right after that, and it's an open world RPG, medieval RPG game, and you're playing as...
Henry, from Skalitz.
Yes, good old Henry from Skalitz. Essentially, he was a peasant boy that's now a bastard son, and now he's a knight envoy, and you're playing him as however you want to in this medieval world. And the most commonly question is, no, you do not have to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 to actually get into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. You can pretty much play straight into the game, but if you played the first one, walking straight into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, it'll fit like a glove. You essentially know what's going on, and things will be a lot smoother. But if you haven't played Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, don't worry, this new game, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, actually has a very nice tutorial set. It goes on for quite a while. It's a pretty long one, but essentially it teaches you everything you need to know about the game, how to fight, how to play, whatever else you want to do. And after that, it kicks you out in an open world and lets you do whatever you want after that. You kind of decide the game from there. So the tutorial might be long, but it helps you out quite a bit if you haven't played at all. So let's jump into how well this game actually runs. Right now I play on PC with a 3070 Ti graphics card and a pretty beefy CPU, but the game runs extraordinarily well. I was pretty skeptical about this. I put up the system requirements right here, and you could kind of compare it to whatever it is, but honestly, it's really smooth. I haven't had any real lag to speak of, and honestly, there's only one situation I fabricated to actually create like an actual lag spike, but you know, I had to do it myself to actually make something happen. But really, the game runs extraordinarily well, and I think everybody's going to be pretty well pleased with this. I'm not sure how to speak on the Xbox or PS5 versions, but at least for the PC version, if you meet within the specs you have there, they're really good. So I'm actually really impressed. And this game is way more optimized than Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. It is so far better, a lot more detailed. And you can see I've been putting gameplay up here for how the world looks at different lightings and different situations and everywhere else. And now I'm in the countryside. I haven't gone to the big city yet. That could be a consideration. But honestly, the world looks beautiful. It's quite detailed. The good part is the bushes don't really mess with your horses anymore, so this is amazing. You can just ride straight through bushes if you need to. The game looks incredible for the most part, and you can see the different details. And also, I'll put up a little showing here, but you can see the facial features of different people. It's so varied this time. There's no real copy and paste people that you can see or villagers. Everybody looks quite unique. I haven't really found a body double quite yet. This might change when I go to Kuttenberg. I haven't been there yet. I only got 30 hours into the game, but honestly, I'm really impressed. There's a large selection of characters, really good voice acting, and I kind of really like it. So it's really impressive so far in the graphics, kind of characters, and just the setup storyline so far. I'm keeping this short altogether, but it's good. But let's go talk about what drove a lot of people crazy in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, and that's really the combat. Combat here is quite a bit better, but it could still be brutal.
So, maybe you'd like to fight a bit too.
Yeah, combat has changed quite a bit since the first game. It is a lot easier than the first one. Let's say that. So here it's that you can block, you repose, you can do combos quite a bit easier, and it's not so much of the slow time events either, but at the same time, if you're not careful and you don't do things the right way, you're going to get your shit slapped in.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker.
But even with that, the combat is really better. Night and day kind of difference. And it takes a little bit to get used to, and it actually progresses a little bit more, so you're not just doing the same thing over and over again. So you do have to kind of learn once enemies gets a little bit stronger. But really, I am enjoying it. I'm actually looking forward to fights nowadays instead of dreading it when I have to kill 10,000 different guards in a city just to get across town. And really how much I'm actually enjoying the combat in the game. You could see me actually sharpening up a sword. This is one of the things you can do in the game to make the weapons a little bit better. And they did it so much better because now Henry gives you a cue about when your perk activates, about when the sword is done or anything else. And actually I'm doing this because I enjoy combat and I actually want to, have a better sword for when I fight people. And the main reason to do this is because when you block, you hit people, your sword gets damaged, and you can actually end up with just a chunk of metal, and it doesn't really do any damage when you hit people with a chunk of metal. So this is something important to do to keep your weapons upgraded, but really they made the combat so much better, and then all these little activities just build on there. They're small, but it makes the game so much more immersive than the first one did. And it's so much more immersive than Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 because I've never used these stones in the first one. But in the second one, I feel like, oh, this is actually something I want to do. It's strange. The other thing that's really good about this too is that they kind of fixed the problem of where you have group combat, where if you have 4 or 5 people against you, you actually stand a chance in this. Yeah, it's tough. You're probably going to die, but at the same time, it doesn't feel impossible. You're not getting thrown around. You're not spinning in circles or anything else. You feel like you have more control in this entire combat. And any mistakes you make, you feel like you've done it, not because the game cheated you out of something or you got thrown around or some other deal like that, but it feels a lot better.
Stop right now! Surrender at once! Peace off! Enough!
There's another aspect to combat, and that's with actual wrestling or hand-to-hand combat. It's actually far more viable in this game, because really in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, you didn't really stand a chance in hand-to-hand combat, not against an armed opponent, but here you can actually fight against people with weapons and sort of make out with it, so it's not bad. But the combos in this game are better for wrestling. It feels like there's more interactive. It's still a little punchy here and there, but honestly, it's not too bad. It's a little bit more interactive, and I enjoy it a lot more than the first one did. Because the first one, you just held down the punch button for just a quick jab, and you just instantly win. Here, you gotta move around a little bit, think what you're gonna do, and kind of, make things happen. And again, as combat goes on later in the game, it seems like there's more choices to have, and then you actually got to make decisions on how you're going to counter or, hit people in certain times here and there. So it seems like there's a little bit more options. Again, I only got 30 hours in, so once you get deeper in there, it's probably a little bit more in depth, but honestly, I really like that. So hand to hand, really good times here so far, and I'm really going to put it to work.
That's great! I'm not even finished yet.
Yeah, one last thing, fall damage is still in the game, but really it's not that bad. You really have to try to get yourself killed with fall damage. It is a lot better. But is the rest of the game jank free?
You think you're ready?
Yeah, you're supposed to be in the
You don't end
stocks.
up here too.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be... You're not doing the stockade thing right. Or either Henry getting higher so you can get a better advantage over trading with the blacksmith over here. I have no idea how this happened, but occasionally it happens.
I'll have a look at the wares. All right, I'm listening.
And of course people try to fight Henry while still in the trading menu. It's absolutely fantastic.
That's a bit on top.
I love it.
Many thanks.
I'll whip you up so much you'll be looking forward to the king!
You want to try
Yeah,
me?
get out of here.
Stop beating him!
And out of 30 hours of gameplay, that's really all I've found for jank-wise. I mean, I would love me some jank, so, it's around occasionally, but it's nowhere near noticeable as Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 was. They really polished this game quite a bit, so there's still stuff that happens that is kind of annoying, but, it's nowhere near the first one. They did a really good job on this game, so I will have to fabricate things to make things happen, but playing it normally for 30 hours, I haven't ran into anything that's game breaking or I can't complete a mission because of something happened. So anyways, I think that'll be it for now. I told you this would be a short review. I really didn't have enough time to put together a real massive review that I wanted to, but this kind of gives you the overview about the game. It's pretty darn good. The one thing I will say, the game is kind of slow, so if you're coming into this starting out, this is not a game that has, you know, action going back and forth. This is meant to be a game that you just kind of immerse yourself into, and you just, it's like a, how should I say, it's like slow roasting something. It's good. It's once you get into it and you get past the tutorial and you kind of get your way through it, it's a really good open world game. So I'm enjoying it, and I mean, I really can't say anything too bad about it. So it's good. I mean, enjoy it, pick it up. It comes out February 4th, and you know what? For the 30 hours I enjoyed it so far, and I'm going to go back and play it as soon as I can, because honestly, yeah, it's fun. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed this review a little bit. And I do plan to continue on doing some more content on here. As you've probably seen, I do a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance content, and I plan to do it again. So anyways, enjoy the game, pick it up, and I'll see everyone later. Have a good one, and goodbye. Come here, mister. I think all your stuff belongs to me. Henry's stuff now. Hand it over. Mine now.